Well, hi, a very warm welcome to Dust Shelf, and I do hope I find you well. Today, this little item, this is another one from my uncle's collection that I found in the bottom of the box. And this is actually one of those bucket list locos that I wanted to add to the collection. So this is the Triang Battle Space fan car, otherwise known as the Quatermaster. Originally released in 1966. I think this one probably 1967 onwards because of the colour of the body. The 66 one had a slightly different colour of the body. Maybe 1970s, let's say this one. And I'm just checking my notes here. This is model number R752. And again, Triang Battle Space. So QM, Triang Battle Space Quatermaster. And as it says, it is a fan car, so the pure traction or the pure motive power comes from this fan on the back. Now unfortunately the fan on this has seen better days, but hopefully it's going to run. And I was very lucky because when I pulled this out of the box, obviously I found the body, I found this, and then I thought, well, there's no bits and pieces. And then as I was delving sort of under the flaps at the bottom of the box, I found the other set of wheels, which is really fortunate because yeah, if you know anything about these, these are relatively rare and quite hard to come across, and certainly the spare parts aren't readily available. I believe I can get some aftermarket stickers, so I might look into that. So the job for today basically is just to get this running, see if we can get some power through the motor and see if it's ever going to live. So let's get it taken apart. I don't know what we're going to find in here because I'm not sure how the pickups work. Obviously we've got a floating wire. I don't know whether that's original or not. Doesn't look particularly original, but let's drop the side off of this and see how the pickups are working. Obviously with the wheels you can see that got an insulator between the left and right side, so obviously we've got a pickup on one side and a pickup on the other, and the chassis is actually split in two with an insulator down the middle, so clearly, you know, it's picking up from left and right off of the track, but how that power then gets sent to the motor, that's the bit I'm not clear on. So let's get it apart, let's have a look inside. There's the motor out anyway, and yeah, I can't see for the life of me how that's insulated. Oh, I see. So fairly straightforward then. So all we've got is the motor pickup on one side, motor pickup on the other side, and they're quite simply providing, you know, touching onto the body and picking up power left and right. So that should be relatively straightforward to get working. I guess the first thing we'll do is put some power across the motor, see if it actually works. That'd be a good starting point, and then we can clean the brushes out, get rid of this old wire on here, and yeah, clean the chassis. Hopefully this will go together quite quickly. Right, so just bringing over a power supply, and I'll just stick these wires on the back of it and quickly just token put these on. So that one, and this side. Come on, that way. Okay, that's some wires on there, and let's just put some power across the motor and see if we've got anything at all. Yes, we do. So we're already off to a winning start. So let's have a look at this motor. I think what we'll do is we'll cut this off of there because we don't need that. Take that straight off of the motor, and let's pop the brushes first of all and see what we've got in there. Okay, so the brushes are held behind this little tab here. Right, let's just see if we can unhook them first. Right, that's that one. Take the spring out. Let's do this side as well. Okay, that's that brush out. And let's get the actual brushes removed. A little bit troublesome. Oh, there they go. Just need a little bang. Okay. And I'm going to clean off the armature without stripping the motor down. I think what I'll do first is get all this residual solder off of the tabs either side. Where's my soldering iron? Yeah, get all this waste off the pickups and try and clean those up, and then get in there, give the brush a clean, put the brushes back in, give the motor a general oil, and yeah, hopefully that'll be nice and simple. And then it's a case of just putting that back in to the casing and making sure that we have contacts either side. Just looking at how this is going to go back in. I think we just have to insulate the motor. There is an insulation pad on there, but not one on that side. So clearly this was insulated at some time, so that shouldn't be too difficult to do. Hold the motor back in there, and then we'll just bend these out to touch the sides. You have seen these gadgets before. These are great. They're just like a little pen. What you do is you put them onto where you're melting the solder, and when you push the button it sucks the old solder back up inside. Yeah, reasonable success with it. Not that time. Ooh. There we go, that's one side done. Maybe a little bit more. Here you can see, look how it's cleaned all the solder off of there. Let's do this side. Get it nice and molten. That didn't come. Let's try again. Nearly. Perfect. Okay, so solder cleaned off. Right, let's get something in there to clean out the brushes. So this is just the contact cleaner that I use on most of my videos, made by WD-40. There's many different makes of this. This is WD-40 contact cleaner. It's not the oil. Do not use WD-40 oil. This is like a cleaner that I've had very good success with. Somebody recommended it to me, and yeah, it's been absolutely invaluable doing all the loco restorations. And that's not going to go down inside there, so I need to rethink that a little bit. Be careful what I put in there. Try a little bit of tissue first. Actually, I'll do it the other way. I won't put a stick down there in case it damages the armature. I'll just do it this way. Certainly got some of the muck off. Now my afternoon was all planned out that I was going up to Whittam in Essex to the model train exhibition they had there today. It's the first one of the year I was going to go to, and I had it all planned out, and went out and the car wouldn't start, so hence why I'm in the workshop this afternoon and not at the model train fair. So I do hope it went well, and hope everybody had a good time there, and yeah, really sorry to have missed it, but it's one of those things. You just clean the brushes back off. Okay, that's that side. Make sure they go in round the right way, and let's get these springs back on before I lose them. Right, that's one spring in. Let's do the other side. Make sure that goes in round the right way. There we go. So I didn't bother putting this one on the track because it was quite clear it wasn't going to run because there's no connections to the motor. I could see one of the connections holding out, so there's no point in me putting it on the track. I'm just going to bend those tabs out very slightly. Right, I'll just put the controller back on and let's see if the motor's working. Still. That goes on that side. Lovely. That's a really healthy motor now. Yeah, quite pleased with that. I'm going to try and see if some of this grime will come off the outside of it. Yes, it will, with the cleaner. Let's give it all a good clean, and then we'll give it an oil. Right, that's the motor done. Let's put that to one side, and let's turn our attention to the armature. Now, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to strip this completely down and then go and give it a good clean in soapy water. I'll do that first of all. So, interestingly, how does... this is the bit that we need to be careful of. So underneath the head of the screw is a washer that goes through a collet, and right, I see these also need to be completely insulated. Right, first job, let's go and clean these off. I'm going to take that old tape off of there because we won't need that. Give this a really good soak, give this a good clean, and then let's come back to it in a moment. Right, so let's have a look at this. We need to make sure that we've got full insulation. So this goes in on this side. It's got a little locator, and the same on this one with a locator. Perfect. And then these come in from that side, and I've got a washer on that from that side. That's fine. Okay, and now we need to bring the motor into play. So, I've sprung one of the brushes off. May knock those tabs back down. We'll see how we go. Right, so if that is going to sit in round that way, we need this motor to make a connection on one side at the top and at the bottom. So I think that's going to hang over the end there. I think that needs to hang out the back, which means this has got to tend all the way backwards. Is it going to go without breaking? Yeah, that one is. Let's try this one. Am I pushing my luck? Oh, no, that's fine. I'm going to clean the back of the... insulate this base off as well. That's my insulation done on there, and then on this side, hang on, that's clean on there. I'm going to give that another clean. So it's slightly further up. That's clean on there, and then this side is going to sit about there. So let's clean that area. Right, let's slide the motor back in. This needs some more padding on it to grip the motor. Yeah, it just needs a little bit more. The motor's slipping. Right, let's just pack this out with a little bit more tape. Two, and then three, and then do the same on the other side. One, two, and three. Clean this up. Okay. What's there? Right. Let's get the holes back out. Hopefully it's going to be enough for you now to clap the motor. Find out a minute. Okay, that's those, and then the side. Right. That's those onto there. Going to clamp this time. Yes. Okay, let's pop these back in. So making sure there's an insulator on there. This one goes from this side. That's that side done. Let's do this side up, this end up even. Okay, so that's all clamped in. Now I'm going to do a quick bench test. Right, well that's a success because I've now got power through to the fan from the chassis, which is good. Right, so now I need to turn my attention to these wheels. Now, getting these to stay in, I think is going to be a tall order. I think these may need a good clean as well. Right, let's start by cleaning them off and then getting them back into the chassis. Very sympathetically going to clean them over with a little bit of emery cloth. Very, very gently. I'll put in them. Just take the rest of it off. Now off camera, you can see how these have come up absolutely lovely. Taking a little scratch brush on the end of my drill with a little bit of this metal polish and gone round the wheels, and they've come up absolutely wonderful. So I'm going to try and drop these in now without disturbing the chassis too much. Might have to release, yeah, I'm going to have to let this end off. Might have to redo the motor in a minute, get it to locate. Right. That's that set of wheels in, and this set on this end. Now are they going to stay? I'm not so sure. They need to, yeah, they need a little bit of adjustment, I think. Okay, so how are we going to do this? I think tiny bit of glue. Get those to stay where they need to be. Tiniest bit of glue in case I need to move them again. Let's just give that a second. These wheels need to be really free running for this to work. Right, that's that end in. This one's fallen out. Oh. God, talk about troublesome. In. Okay, let's do this end. Okay, is that going to be the same? Let's try the chassis again. Okay, I think we potentially have a running fan car. So let me take this over to the track and see if it works. And then we'll come back and focus cleaning the body up. Right, let's give it a go. Well, at least the fan's working. Oh, I spoke too soon. There it goes. I'll tell you what, that is so cool. Yeah, I've wanted one of these in the collection for an awful long time. Unfortunately a little bit rare, and the ones I have seen for sale have been a little bit outside the price I was willing to pay, but yeah, this one has come together quite nicely. And yeah, okay, it's got a little bit of damage on the propeller there, but nothing that is the end of the world. Anyway, let's go back over to the bench and let's clean up the body, pop that back on, and then come back over here, close out the video. Okay, so the body, I think I'm just going to go and give this a clean, get the dirt off of it, but be very careful not to disturb these stickers. I haven't decided what I want to do with these yet. Good news with the body is I believe this is the bit that gets broken on most of them, and this one does seem to be original and still in place. The little point on the front here. I know there's a lot of places doing aftermarket ones, so I can only think they break quite easily. So as I say, let me just go and give this quite a sympathetic clean. Try not to disturb the stickers any more than they're on there, and I'll try not to get rid of the residue where the sticker was on the front there till I've decided what I'm going to do with it. If I do go for aftermarket stickers, then obviously I'll clean all this off and do it properly, but at the moment let's just get the grime off. That's cleaned up rather nicely. As I say, I've not cleaned all this residue off because I haven't totally decided what I'm going to do with the stickers, but I've got all the grime off anyway. So this now needs to drop onto my chassis, like so. This locates in there like that, and then the fixing, which I found in the bottom of the box, which has again another insulation plate, just drops across the base like so, and screws in, and that's it. That's all I'm going to do to it. Restoration complete as far as I want to take it at the moment. So I'm going to pop it over to the track obviously and just run it to close the video out. Yeah, really pleased with this one. As I say, it's one that I've wanted to get in the collection for a while, and yeah, really pleased to have one. Right, so 1960s battle space from Triang. This is the Quatermaster, the fan car. As I say, found it as a box of bits, or bits in the bottom of a box, should I say. And here we go. Let's see if it's working. I'd call that a success. Yeah, really pleased with that. As I say, it's one of those that I've wanted in the collection for such a long time, and yeah, to finally have one's is absolutely fantastic. I will have a look into the stickers, see what aftermarket ones they are. I'm not sure whether I even want to do this. I do like the patina on it. I don't really want to change it. You can see where the sticker was on the front here, so I might leave well alone. But anyway, that was quite a fun thing to do. Something that I've, as I say, I've wanted to put in the collection for a while, and I quite enjoyed doing this one actually. Making sure all the isolation areas, something a little bit different. So yeah, really pleased with it. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up, and why not check out the channel? Lots on there, and if you can subscribe, you'd be doing me a really big favour. And with that, I'm going to leave this one there. I'm going to say thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.